Hello everyone, how are you my students? Hope you are doing well. Today we are going to talk about Unit 15. Unit 15 consists of 3 topics. These 3 topics are most important in this unit. Here are some objectives that we have to pass through it. Number 1, students are able to know what do we mean by antonyms. Students should be able to complete simple sentences with adverbial clauses, learn the structure of question tags, and finally, students are able to answer practice book exercises on question tags. Today we are going to talk about antonyms. If you open your book page 128, language book, you will find this picture, vocabulary. We have to start now to talk about vocabulary. Vocabulary is talking about antonyms. Have you ever heard about antonyms? Antonyms and synonym and antonyms. We discussed that before, but now we want to take it wider and explain more about antonyms. Synonyms, if you remember before, synonyms was the same meaning. When we were explaining the synonym, it was the same meaning of the word. But here, as we have today, antonym, it means the opposite of a word is called an antonym. Antonym means the opposite of the word that we have. For example, here we have 2 pictures. One picture, picture number 1 is talking about pen that we have here, pen, but this pen is empty and this pen is full. The pen is empty. The pen is full. As you see here, the word empty and the word full. They are opposite. Antonyms are the opposite meaning. Example, hot and cold, stop and walk. Find the antonym for each of these words. They are in the text on page 126 and 127. Inside goes front, more, expensive, difficult, clean, and quiet. We have to get the opposite word of these words here that we have. Inside, the opposite word outside. Goes, comes. Front, back, more, less, expensive, cheap, difficult, easy, clean, dirty, quiet, noisy. So these are the opposite words of the words that we have in question number 1. Okay, here we have in our practice book, page 121, use these pairs of antonyms in sentences of your own. You can get any sentence, but you have to use these 2 words, these 2 pairs of these antonyms. You have to put them in sentence. We have here an example, fill and empty. People fill their bins, big bins, with rubbish and lorries come to empty them. As you see here, we use the verb fill and empty. They are opposite. Let's see small and big. I'm using a big book to study and a small notebook to write. We have big and small. Number 3. I would like to sit inside because the weather is cold outside. So we have inside and outside. I would like to sit inside because the weather is cold outside. She is running quickly and he is walking slowly. We have slowly and quickly. Front and back. I printed the page front and back. Number 6, more and less. She has more knowledge and they have less money. Cheap and expensive. I have cheap car and expensive house. Easy and difficult. I had an easy exam, but students said that was difficult. Clean and dirty. I will clean my room because it's so dirty. Here, as you see, we have a video. You can play it. This video shows the synonym and the antonym through children's feet. If they jump and show same feet, it means synonym. And in that case, they have to get each of them one word, but should be the same. So the word that they are going to show, if this feet shows the same, it means same meaning or same word, like big, huge. But if it's different feet, we use antonyms, which is talking about the opposite meaning. Here we have a worksheet. This worksheet, you can answer it and send it to me on Class Dojo, so I will check your answer and give you a feedback. Okay, now we are going to talk about language building, adverbial clauses. We have adverbial clauses divided into two clauses, like because and so that. Let us first focus on because. We can make our writing more interesting by thinking carefully about our sentences. This is a simple sentence. The bins were empty. This sentence is simple. How we are going to make it more attractive or interesting, or to give more information about this bins that they were empty, by adding because. The bins were empty because we were away on holiday. So when we add the complement of the sentence, it means, or it gives more information about this simple sentence. We use because clause to make our writing more interesting and to give more information about the topic that we want to say. Example, I like English subject because there is a lot of information that we can gain. If we stop students till here, like I like English subject, and that's it. There is no information about English subject. Tell us, why do you like English subject? We say because there is a lot of information that we can gain. Here, same to so that. We have because and so that. So adverbial clauses that we have, because and so that. The same with the rubbish is crashed. This is the simple sentence. How we are going to make it more attractive or more interested? By adding so that clause. So it will become the rubbish is crashed so that it takes up less space. We can tell the reader more about why the rubbish is crashed by adding a so that clause. Here we have in our language book, page 129, question that is related to so that clause. Discuss so that clauses which could be added to each of these sentences. Complete these sentences. I have a pen in my room. I have a pen in my room. Why? Why do we have a bin in our rooms? So that I have somewhere to put my rubbish. So this is the reason that I have my bin in my room. The rubbish lorry collects rubbish. Why the lorry comes to our landfill? Why? So that the houses and streets are clean and tidy. So here in this red, as you see, the sentence or the complement that I completed was the reason of our sentences that we have here. So landfill sites are used. Why? So that people don't burn rubbish. In landfill sites, a layer of soil is put on the rubbish so that it is covered up. I will pick up any litter in my school so that our school is tidy. Here we have a short sentences. We have to complete them by adding because and so that. Please complete them and send it as a homework. So that and because. When do we use so that and when do we use because? How is the meaning different? We have here the sentence, I was tired, so I went to bed. So why I went to bed? Because I was tired. So I went to bed because I was tired. If I want to put if I'm going to add the reason, we have to say I was tired and I went to bed. So which one happened before? I was tired happened before. So when you feel tired, you go to bed. That's why you go to bed. I was tired, so I went to bed. It is the reason for going to bed. The tired here, the word tired is the reason for going to bed. If I want to add the clause because, we have to add the result. I went to bed because I was tired. So the result here of feeling tired, the reason that we have that you were tired, that's why you went to bed. So we say I went to bed because I was tired. Hope you got this point, students. Here we have the reason and we have the result. The reason, it was raining. We have the reason that it was raining outside. That's why I took my umbrella. So the result is I took my umbrella. I was tired. The reason that I was tired, I went to bed. The result after the reason happened, which is tired here, that we have the word tired, and the result I went to bed. So it was raining, so I took my umbrella. I took my umbrella because it was raining. I was tired, so I went to bed. I went to bed because I was tired. Here we have also the worksheet. Please answer it. Finally, the last lesson that we are going to talk in Unit 15 is question tags. What do we mean by question tags and when do we use it? What do we mean by question tag? Tag question or question tags turn a statement into a question. So if we have any statement that is not we have, for example, the statement as we see here, we all have rubbish in our houses, don't we? They are often used for checking information that we think we know is true. So we know that is true, but we have to check or ensure our information. Usually, if the main clause is positive, which is this one is the main clause. So if it's positive, the question tag, as you see here, is negative. And if the main clause is negative, if this main clause is negative, so the question tag will be positive. Let's see. We all have rubbish in our houses, don't we? We all have. So for verb to do, we have do and does. We use do for plural and does for singular. But in that case, if we have all have we are talking about we. So if it's we, plural, we will say don't we. We will not say do we will say don't we, because as we said before, the statement should, if it's not negative, we have to make it negative. And if it's here negative, the main clause, here we will keep it as a negative. Let's see. It needs to be thrown away, doesn't it? It needs, as you know, needs here talking about present. So present, and we have singular. If it's singular here, we have to use does, not do. But because here we have the statement not negative, we will keep the question tag negative. Okay, what do we mean by negative? Negative is something that we refuse. For example, is giving a no response to a party invitation. When somebody calls you to his party, or he invites you, you will answer him with no answer, like you will refuse to go to this party. So that's why we say negative. Here, question number 1 in language book, page 130, we have find the correct endings to these sentences. The streets are dirty. We have to match it with the letter D. Aren't they? Why we say aren't they? Because we have here auxiliary are, we have to make it negative, which is aren't, and we will look before the word before. We have streets, and streets plural, that's why we say aren't they. And same to the other sentences. We have was, wasn't, are, aren't, is, isn't, do, don't. Question number 2, write the correct ending for each sentences. As you see, the boy doesn't speak English. What do you think here? The boy doesn't speak English. We have here the auxiliary doesn't, or verb to do. We have the verb to do here, doesn't, and we have to make it not negative, it will become does he. Why does he? Because we have here doesn't will become does, and boy he. You don't play the piano, do you? The children weren't late, were they? John is not sleeping, is he? You did not forget your box, did you? Why we say here did you, not do you? Because here we are talking about the past. You did not, we use didn't in the past. So you didn't forget your box, did you? You like ice cream, do you? Here we have also a practice worksheet. We have a worksheet. Please answer it and send it to me. I will check your answers. And thank you for watching.